let your mind enter in the wounds of the past and worries of the future. Let it dwell in the present, realize the grace of sheer contentment. Good morning to one and all present here. Today I batch number H2 standing here in front of you with 4 minutes in my hands to articulate my views on the topic impact of mindfulness and mental health. Ideal emotional balance, being non-judgmental, spirit to accept your surroundings with all its challenges and observing the world outside directly with your senses rather than your beliefs. All these are the bricks the facade of mindfulness is made of. And simple, if I decode the term mindfulness, then it stands for living in the present to its fullest. As some of the lines fully captures this idea. In silence deep, I find my way. In silence deep, I find my way, a mindful path with thoughts on straight. Each breath a bridge, each pause a guide to settle the storm that churns inside. Just like the soul power of a tree lies in its roots, the vitality of human body rests in its mental potency. Better the mental health, the firmer and sturdy the person becomes. Our mental consciousness is a labyrinth where vague thoughts and ideas go inside now and again. In this process, our preconceived notions, standardized stereotypes, orthodoxical ideas, ghost of our past, and stress of how things are going to be, all these abstractions keep eroding the spirit of our psyche and soul. So, the only way to rise above the roofs of these dark dungeons is by attaining mindfulness. Just fill the void of your mind with what is around you. It was the mindfulness of Lord Buddha that helped him to attain enlightenment. It was the mindfulness of Arjuna that drove him to pierce the eye of the revolving fish. It was the mindfulness of Gandhi Ji that headed him to practice resolutely the philosophy of non-violence, irrespective of all the provocations from colonial empire. If you ever come to measure the power of a mind and consciousness, then you must know that a mind is made up of 86 billion neurons, where each one is unique and capable of forming thousands of connections and perceiving information. Imagine, can there be any mighty feat which we can't attain with this never-ending treasure that we have within us? No, there isn't. But keeping it cohesive and maintained is what we need mindfulness for. It exemplifies the practice where our power to perceive, feel, think, realize, and act unite into one, just like several tributaries join the river and provides it with power and a flow like never before. Once we are fully aware of our thoughts, actions, surroundings, and bodily sensations, it regulates our emotions, expands our resilience, breaks our imagination skills, our anxiety, develops adaptation, and cultivates a frame of calmness, composure, clarity, and compassion. And simple, the perfect state of mental health can be attained with the help of mindfulness. Before I rest my case, I must say that mindfulness offers us to design the world of our own, perceived by our own senses in the most natural manner without any external support and assistance. So, don't miss it. Just practice it. I would like to conclude with the following lines. In this moment, just one breathe. In this moment, just one breathe. No need to rush, no need for tip. A simple pause, a gentle grace to feel the world, to find your place. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, and the next participant is I2.
Vivekananda, with his timeless wisdom, once said, "We may quarrel over different names we give to the same things, but let us remember, we are all striving for the same truth." Good morning, respected judges, esteemed teachers, and dear friends. Today, standing here as a voice of batch I2, I would like to begin my topic, Interfaith Dialogue, Building Bridges of Understanding. With a question, in a world filled with diverse beliefs, what holds us together? The answer, I believe, lies in the bridges that we build through dialogue and understanding. Imagine a vibrant woven art from over 2,000 cultures and faiths. Unity in diversity is celebrated in India, where Hindus make up 79.8%, Muslims 14.2%, and Buddhists, Christians, and Sikhs add to the diversity. Yet, beneath this beauty lies a challenge, turning our differences into unity through interfaith dialogue, promoting open conversation, mutual respect, and finding common grounds. In today's world filled with diverse beliefs, the need for interfaith dialogue is more crucial than ever. The Ayodhya verdict of 2019 showed how years of conflict could be resolved through interfaith dialogue. paving the way for unity. Similarly, global efforts like United Nations Alliance of Civilization use dialogue to promote peace across faiths. In India, efforts like Kerala Interreligious Forum unite diverse communities to prevent violence and foster respect. These examples show how dialogue can bridge gaps and build lasting peace. Sustainable Development Goal 16 calls for peaceful and inclusive societies. Countries like Canada and New Zealand, where interfaith dialogue is prioritized, experience lower hate crimes and stronger community bonds. In India, initiatives like Sadbhavna Mission and Delhi Interfaith Harmony Initiative promotes bridging gaps and uniting communities. Leaders like Mother Teresa, Dalai Lama and Malala Yousafzai have all envisioned a united world across different faiths, emphasizing that dialogue, compassion and pursuit of peace are essential for mutual understanding. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar's Art of Living Foundation continues this legacy by working in conflict zones. His message is clear. Religion is not a barrier but a bridge that connects communities even in times of tension. India's constitution through Article 51A, 25 and 14 guarantees religious freedom, harmony and equality. The Parliament of World Religions highlights that open conversation help us embrace diversity and resolve conflicts through interfaith dialogue. At this crossroads, let's remember that both the Bible and the Quran are books of faith urging unity among religious leaders. As Jonathan Sacks wisely said, the greatest antidote to violence is conversation. Speaking our fears, listening to others, and finding common ground. The choice is ours. Through dialogue, we can transform our diversity into a symphony of peace. Thank you and Jai Hind.
I would like to call J2.
A professor of theology and the president of the Global Ethics Foundation, Hans Kohn, stated, "Harmony between nations is not possible without peace among religions, and peace among religions is not possible without dialogue among the people." Very best of the morning to everyone present here. I am candidate number J2 and I will be speaking on the topic Interfaith Dialogue, Building Bridges of Understanding. Interfaith dialogue is a constructive, cooperative and beneficial encounter of people of different religious or spiritual beliefs that seek to find common ground, celebrate their diversity and work together to create a more peaceful and harmonious society. But the obvious question is, why even is interfaith dialogue so important in the present? Interfaith dialogue has garnered immense relevance to today's world, where globalization has brought people of different beliefs under the same roof, exposing us to a varied range of beliefs and viewpoints. The present is a time where religious intolerance and misunderstanding are just too common. And only interfaith dialogue has the potential of creating and building bridges, fostering a more inclusive society that values empathy and collaboration over division and conflict. The importance of interfaith dialogue was also recognized by the United Nations that decided to celebrate the first week of February as the World Interfaith Harmony Day every year. Of course, there are many strategies that can be used to promote these dialogues. The first and the best strategy is to start soon and start young. As schools are often the melting pot of diverse backgrounds, introducing interfaith education can help children appreciate this diversity as a strength rather than something that divides. Secondly is the promotion of joint community society projects, such as organizing food drives or maybe helping someone at the local health shelter, because these things help build relationships based on shared principles. And lastly, organizing frequent discussions help people encourage them to explore values of different faith perspectives. Of course, like everything else, interfaith dialogues do have their own challenges. They run a risk of increasing disagreement, fear of proselytizing, and religious extremism. Therefore, it's indispensably necessary for participants to put aside the attitude of exclusive superiority, because only and only when we embrace this challenge, the pure heart, humility, and respect is when we can pave a way for genuine understanding and acceptance. I would like to conclude with a few beautiful lines from Pope Francis, who said, "It is not possible to establish a bridge between people while forgetting God. It is also not possible to establish a true link with God while ignoring people. Hence, it is crucial that we intensify dialogue among the religions. If we stop talking, there is no hope for resolution. But if we continue talking, there certainly is." Thank you and have a nice day.
When the mind is focused and unwavering, like a steady flame sheltered from the wind, then the path becomes clear. These timeless words from Lord Krishna to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra reveal the power of mindfulness. His struggle mirrors us today. Stress, confusion, inner conflicts, yet mindfulness also offers us the same gift it gave him: balance, resilience, and purpose. Greetings everyone, today I came to stand before you to talk about a profound topic that can revolutionize not just our minds, but our entire lives: the impact of mindfulness on mental health. Okay, so let's start with the very basics. What, according to you, is mindfulness? Enjoying present moment to the fullest, right? No, it's not only this. Let me tell you what exactly mindfulness is. Mindfulness means being fully present and aware about your thoughts, emotions, body, and surroundings without judgment. It's an intentional focus on the now, letting go of future anxieties and complexities and embracing life as it unfolds. Its benefits encompass our mental health, social health, physical health, emotional health, your personality development, your attitude, and much, much more. Even in ancient times, mindfulness was an armor. Lord Rama's calm resilience in the exile and Vishvas' peaceful acceptance of his fate are examples of this. Yet, today we are plagued by distractions, torn by anxieties, and burdened with mental ailments like depression, suicidal tendencies, etc., born from an unhealthy mind. A report by NAMI stated that 50% of all mental illnesses starts by age 14 and 75% by age 24. All of this is happening because we are so intertwined in the complexities of the world and our narrative of what's next, driven by fear, fixated on outcomes, and eventually cutting with the past. Chapter 2, verse 47 of Bhagavad Gita states, "You have the right to perform your duties, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions." In our modern world, two figures like Steve Jobs turned to mindfulness to unlock creativity and vision. Nelson Mandela endured years of imprisonment by calming his mind, transforming peace, pain into purpose. Despite these profound examples, we let our chaotic minds run wild, feeding on the flames of jealousy, rage, and greed that spark wars, fuel terrorism, and eventually scar our environment. But what if we chose a different path? With small mindful practices like yoga, meditation, self-introspection, or even a few deep breaths each day, we could unlock the immense benefits of greater concentration, greater self-awareness, and greater emotional stabilities, transforming our life into profound ways. Now picture this: a world of 8.2 billion united by mindfulness. Mindfulness isn't just a habit. It's a powerful shift in how we live, connect, and understand each other. In the midst of a chaotic world, true peace may begin with something as simple yet profound as a single mindful breath. With this, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, I would like to call L2.
Imagine that you're all carrying a radio that never stops or never turns off. Every thought, every worry, every responsibility is broadcasted in your minds through that radio. But what if, instead of getting lost in the noise, getting puzzled by the clutter, you could tune it to clarity, to quiet? Warm greetings to one and all present here. Today I stand before you all to express my views on a topic of immense importance: mindfulness and its impact on mental health. In today's world, mindfulness has become just a buzzword, but it is so much more than that. It is a transformative practice backed by science. At its very core, mindfulness is the art of being present. It's anchoring ourselves in the here and now, taking a step back to observe our emotions rather than becoming consumed by them. It's about realizing that we are not our thoughts. Our emotions don't define us, but we, being observers, are capable to choose how we react to life's problems. In a society filled with endless notifications, tight schedules, and fast-paced lifestyles, our minds are almost never at rest. We are constantly consumed by either worries about the future or regrets from the past. And research shows that this constant mental time travel can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. But mindfulness offers a way out. It's as if you're carrying a heavy baggage all day long. But mindfulness, at the end of the day, lets you set it down. Even if just for a moment the relief is powerful. But initially, all of you might not feel the same, because inculcating mindfulness in our lives does come with its challenges. We may feel uncomfortable while confronting to our thoughts and emotions. But remember, growth occurs outside the comfort zone. The more you practice mindfulness with small, tiny steps like conscious breathing, conscious walking, mindful eating, the more likely you are to build a sense of resilience, adaptability, and emotional intelligence. In doing so, we all can together create a world where mental health is not just a conversation, but a priority. Where mindfulness is not just a trend, but a way of life. A way that gives us a revitalizing break, that renews our sense of purpose. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying that peace can never ever be found by fleeing the chaos. Peace is found by standing steady in the eye of the cyclone and observing the sea change. In the same way, mindfulness is not about escaping reality for a momentary relief. It is about facing it head on, becoming fully aware of ourselves in every moment. With that, I would like to bring my words to a rest. Thank you everyone for your attention.
Next up is Andrew. Very energetic afternoon to respected judges, teachers, and my fellow companions. Today, I want you to join me on a journey of thoughts and ideas as we are going to explore interfaith dialogue, building bridges of understanding. But before that, I want to ask you something. Have you ever wondered what the world would look like if we truly understand each other's faiths, emotions, beliefs, and traditions? Well, we'll be discussing this and more today. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new era. An era where diversity is our strength and unity is our goal. Interfaith dialogue. Big, heavy word. What does it mean? Well, interfaith dialogue is a bridge that connects all of us. It's the very heartbeat of our shared humanity. And as Rumi said, raise your world not your voice. After all, it's the rain that grows fast, not the thunder, right? Today, we live in a world where 84% of people are identified with a faith. 55% of countries have religious diversity, and 1 in 5 faces religious persecution. That's a lot. We should stand. Oh, we must stand and break stereotypes, foster tolerance, and promote peace by engaging ourselves into respectful conversation, celebrating differences, and finding common grounds. Mahatma Gandhi once said that the world has enough for everyone's need, but not for everyone's greed, my dear. And as King Martin Luther Jr. said, that we must learn to live together as brothers, or perish together as fools. We, you, me, we are the architects of understanding. We are the bridge builders, and through interfaith dialogue, we discovered shared values. We promote peace and unity, and we foster cooperation. Dalai Lama once said that compassion and tolerance are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. Let's weave a narrative of empathy, unity, and love. Imagine a world where temples, churches, mosques, and synagogues stand together. A world where faith leaders collaborate for a greater good of humanity. And a world where love conquers fear. And you know the best part? We can create this world. Yep, you heard it right. With every conversation, with every gesture, and with every single act of kindness. So let's take a pledge that we will a society that respects differences, promote differences, and embrace differences. Let's take a pledge that we'll forge paths of peace. Let's take a pledge that we'll build a society where religion is not a matter of violence. I would like to rest my case by saying that we are made for friendship. We are made for togetherness. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
I'd like to call Anku.
In a world that is increasingly interconnected yet divided, the need for dialogue between people has never been greater. A very pleasant afternoon to the honorable judges, respected teachers, and my fellow participants. Today, I, Chesnabel N2, stand here right in front of you to discuss the importance of interfaith dialogue in building bridges of understanding, mutual respect, and tolerance. Imagine a world where people of different faiths live together in harmony, appreciating their differences while celebrating their common humanity. This vision is not a utopia. It is achievable through interfaith dialogue. Yes, at the heart of interfaith dialogue is the desire to understand, not to convert or change beliefs, but to see the world through someone else's eyes. In fact, the research from Harvard University's Pluralism Project shows that communities engaged in interfaith dialogue are better equipped to reduce religious violence and conflicts. Misunderstandings and stereotypes in religions have often led to prejudice and, in extreme cases, violence. However, when we engage in these discussions, we can dismantle these types of misconceptions and replace them with empathy. Our diverse world is like a vast mosaic, where every piece represents a different belief system. Just like a mosaic looks most beautiful when all its pieces fit together, our world thrives when all the people from different religions coexist peacefully. For instance, the Parliament of World Religions, held since 1893, brings people from over 200 faith traditions together, promoting their shared values and understanding. Interfaith dialogue allows us to build bridges, not walls between people. It helps us see that diversity in beliefs is not a threat, but a strength. Through respectful conversation, interfaith dialogue fosters tolerance. It teaches us that despite our differences, we share common values: love, compassion, and the desire for peace. The United Nations even recognizes the importance of interfaith dialogue in its Sustainable Development Goals, highlighting that peace cannot be achieved without tolerance between religious groups. When we engage in these discussions, we realize the wisdom and beauty of others' faiths. We learn that respecting others' beliefs doesn't mean diminishing our own. Across the globe, empowers young people to engage in interfaith dialogue, reaching over 500 college campuses and impacting more than 5 million students. In conflict zones, such as Nigeria, where religious tension between Christians and Muslims have led to violence, interfaith groups have helped mediate and promote peace, showing that dialogue can indeed save lives. In closing, interfaith dialogue is not just a conversation, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to build a world where people of different religions coexist peacefully, where fear and hatred are replaced by respect and understanding. The positive impact of initiatives show us that when we foster dialogue, we not only build bridges between faiths, but also lay the foundation for a future of harmony and peace. Thank you.
Different streams having their sources in different places or mingle their waters in the sea. Similarly, the different paths which men take through various tendencies all lead to sea. Greetings to respected judges, teachers and fellow students. Today I, batch number 02, stand before you to declamate my views on a crucial topic in today's era. That is interfaith dialogue, building bridges of understanding. These powerful words remind us that despite following different religions, our ultimate pursuit is the same: peace, truth and a higher understanding of life. Today as we stand at a crossroad of growing religious and cultural diversity, interfaith dialogue emerges as a crucial tool for building bridges of understanding and empathy. My dear audience, lend me your ears as I tell you India's long history of religious diversity and peaceful coexistence. For centuries, this land has been home to various faiths: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, Islam, Christianity, and many more. Influential figures like Mahatma Gandhi, who advocated Sarva Dharma Sambhava, the principle of equal respect for all religions, and Swami Vivekananda ji, who spoke eloquently at the Parliament of Religions in 1893, have taught us that while our practices may differ, religions share common values such as love and compassion. Today, Indian spiritual leaders such as Sri Ravi Shankar and Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev continue to carry forth this legacy, advocating for harmony and understanding through interfaith dialogue. With their global outreach, they remind us that spirituality transcends religious identities. Aligned with this vision, Gurudev Swami Vishvas ji also strongly believed in the transformative power of interfaith dialogue. His foundation focused on breaking down barriers and promoting genuine understanding among communities. He inspired us to view different faiths not as opposing forces but as complementary perspectives, enriching our understanding of the divine. By embracing Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, we can build a world where every individual, regardless of their religion and belief, is treated as a valued member of single human family. Today, as we celebrate Children's Day, let us remember that our future lies in the hands of next generation. By nurturing a spirit of acceptance and unity among our youth, we can cultivate a world where interfaith dialogue is not only valued but practiced in everyday life. Let us foster a future where our differences are not viewed as obstacles but as opportunities for growth and learning. In conclusion, I would like to leave you with another thought-provoking message from Gurudev Swami Vishvas ji's spiritual philosophy. True understanding arises when we listen not only with our ears but with our hearts, recognizing that in each soul lies a spark of the divine. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Think is what you become. What you feel is what you attract. And what you imagine is what you create. A very August morning to the honorable bench of judges, respected teachers, and my worthy occupants. Today I, batch number P2, stands before you to discuss a topic of important weightage in our lives. That is the impact of mindfulness on our mental health. Imagine standing at a busy intersection with cars honking and people rushing. Your mind is racing with worries about your future and your past. You can't seem to control it all. But clarity sinks in, you are able to get your way out effectively. That pause and that clarity is the power and essence of mindfulness. Well, it is no old trend that has came up on Instagram recently. Rather, it is an ancient, powerful practice that can help us control our mental health conditions. Many a times we forget to enjoy the little moments of life, and mindfulness is all about remembering them. Essentially, it is being present in the moment without any judgment. It can help us walk out of life's chaos and still be calm in the present moment. It can also help us with stress reduction. In our fast-paced world where stress seems like a constant companion, mindfulness helps us be more aware about our emotions and thoughts. It helps us notice them before they start to pile up so that we can prevent them from overwhelming us. Actually, studies have shown its effect by mindfulness being reducing anxiety and depression symptoms by 30 to 40%, a whopping amount. It also changes our connection, not just with ourselves, with our surroundings and our thoughts. So many times in our lives, we forget to enjoy the small little moments that bring us the life and courage to move on in it. Maybe the warmth of a smile, the beauty of a sunset, or even the comfort of a conversation with a loved one. Mindfulness helps us live and experience both these moments fully. After all, a quote by Jeffrey Devers says it the best, that it is a tough life. It's the small little happy moments that give us the energy and courage to go through with it. And the magical thing about mindfulness, that it changes our relationship with our own thoughts and emotions. So many times we find negative thinking spiraling out of control. A familiar story, isn't it? Well, mindfulness can help us be more positive about our mindset and be more calm. Also, it helps us gain emotional freedom, which is what we call being free from self-judgment, self-criticism, and not feeling like a victim. It is essential for us in this day, when we are surrounded by self-criticism and social criticism online and offline. Well, by being adapted at a global level, mindfulness can help us ensure that communities are more closely knit and have better communication and can work on actual real-life issues such as climate change and inequality. Schools that have adopted such programs are showing better regulation of emotions in students, decreased bullying, and academic performance. In conclusion, mindfulness is like a mirror, showing us for who we really are without the layers of self-judgment and self-criticism. And it is important for us to adopt this practice so that we can be more positive, more productive, and be ourselves without the fear of others. At the end, I would like to conclude it with a quote that says it the best, that the soul is only at rest when the mind is at peace. Thank you for being such patient listeners and incredible audience. This is my time.
Participate is Q2.
Peace is the teaching which also almost all the great religions of the world. Love thy neighbor as thyself. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to be here today speaking on a topic that holds tremendous potential for our society. Interfaith dialogue building bridges of understanding. In an increasing globalized world, we have become closer in physical proximity, yet in many ways our differences, whether cultural, spiritual, or ideological, often seem to grow more pronounced. Interfaith dialogue offers us a way to bridge these divides, to foster understanding, and to promote peace across borders, belief systems, and communities. Today, rapid globalization and migration have brought people from various backgrounds closer together. Yet incidents of religious intolerance and extremism continue to rise. Misunderstanding about different religions often lead to fear, discrimination, and even violence. For instance, communities in both Western and non-Western countries have seen an increase in Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, and prejudice against minority religious groups. These trends demonstrate a crucial need for dialogue and understanding. But you must be wondering, what is the role and importance of interfaith dialogue? Why does interfaith dialogue matter today? At its core, interfaith dialogue is about creating open spaces for people of diverse faith to come together, share their belief, and listen to one another. It's not about forcing agreement or converting others, but rather about building respect and empathy. When done effectively, interfaith dialogue dismantles harmful stereotypes, builds mutual respect, and opens doors for collaboration in solving real-world problems. An example of positive impact of interfaith dialogue can be found
worship in the same place while respecting each other's practices. The house of one is more than a building. It is a symbol of interfaith collaboration and a space where followers of these can engage in biblical practices. Now, it is evidently proved that interfaith dialogue is essential for a harmonious world. But how can we approach for an effective interfaith dialogue? The process begins by establishing clear objectives such as fostering empathy, discussing common values, or addressing specific social issues, ensuring that all the participants understand the purpose of dialogue. It's crucial to create a safe and inclusive environment where people of diverse faith feel comfortable expressing their beliefs and experiences. Imagine a world where people of diverse faith and none come together in compassion, mutual respect, and understanding. In such a world, differences are not seen as an obstacle, but as an opportunity for growth and development. It has also been widely said by Nelson Mandela, when we lose the right to be different, we lose the right to be free. The vision of harmony is not an abstract idea, but a tangible goal that interfaith dialogue can help us achieve. As participants in this dialogue, each of us has a role to play in building this bridge of understanding. By being compassionate, open-minded, and willing to engage in different conversations, we can contribute to a world where diversity is celebrated and peace is possible. At the end, I would like to sum up my views with the lines of James Kirkup, where we said, "Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath our uniforms, a single body lies, like ours. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie." Thank you very much.
Participant R2 is not feeling well, so she will perform at the end. Next, I would like to call participant S2.
I shall go to the mosque of the Mohammedan. I shall enter the Christian church and kneel before the crucifix. I shall enter the Buddhist temple where I shall take refuge in Buddha and Islam. I shall go into the forest and sit down in meditation with a Hindu who is trying to see the light which enlightens the heart of him. Good afternoon everyone. Today I, contestant number S2, is standing in front of you to present my views on the topic Interfaith Dialogue, Building Bridges of Understanding. What comes to your mind when I say the term interfaith dialogue? Speaking over each other without listening to the opponent's views in a religious TV debate, demeaning and disrespecting each other's religious beliefs over social media, not seeing any shortcomings in their own religion and being radical in promoting it. The answer to these questions is a big no. These types of behaviors make a mockery out of institutional attempt at interfaith dialogue. Interfaith dialogue is an interaction between people of different faith, beliefs, religion, and ideologies. Here, representatives can showcase their beliefs in a manner which is not disrespectful or anti against any other faith. It is a cooperation and not a debate. It is mutual understanding but not radical extremism aiming at hate speech against any other faith. Interfaith dialogue aims at building bridges of understanding between a heterogeneous and multicultural diverse society. It does not aim to change the ideas of people about their religion or faith, but seeks to find common ground between religions. The necessity of interfaith dialogue can be seen in present as well as past conflicts targeting religious harmony and brotherhood in the nation as well as among different countries. From Holocaust to the ongoing conflicts due to anti-Semitism in the Middle East has given birth to communal tensions in various countries among different groups. Growing hatred and hate speeches targeting each other's religion has become common in India due to invasion of politics and religion, whereby social media prejudices along with misinformation has added fuel to the fire which further the divide between majority and minority communities. All these disagreements create an atmosphere of aggressive communism, evidences of which can be found in anti-Sikh riots, ethnic cleansing of Kashmiri Hindu Pandits, demolition of Ayodhya Babri Masjid, Gujarat riots, and Assam communal violence. Religions and the religious have been at each other's throats for millennia. India has a pluralistic culture and in its entire history never was a country with a single religion. Divide and conflict is common among different faiths or religions due to their diversities, whereby interfaith dialogue can be a beacon stereotyping, misuse of social media, and defensive positioning can be controlled through interfaith dialogue. The time has come for shedding the approach of taking an eye for an eye, as that will make the whole world blind. The principle of interfaith dialogue is inherent in ancient Vedic literature, where it is said, "Truth is one, but the wise speak of it variously." Thank you. Have a nice day.
We have P2 next in line.
If, in the midst of our hectic life, we could press pause. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I, batch number T2, is here to talk about a topic that plays a crucial role in our life. And I believe it can make profound difference in our life. Mindfulness is a crucial weapon which serves vital role in fostering mental health. No matter who we are or what we face in our life, mindfulness can assist us in elevating our overall well-being, managing stress, and enhancing our focus. So, let's delve into how it works and why it is significant for all of us. Envision a life where instead of being overwhelmed by stress and incessant demands, we feel serene, focused, and anchored. This isn't merely just a dream, but the transformative power of mindfulness. In today's frenetic world, we often navigate life on autopilot, juggling countless tasks, fretting about the future, and grappling with stress. Anxiety, depression, and burnout have become alarmingly prevalent, undermining our happiness. And this is where mindfulness comes into play. Mindfulness involves bringing our attention to the present moment with a non-judgmental awareness. It is a skill of observing our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. Mindfulness empowers us to respond to life challenges with a greater fortitude. Research indicates that mindfulness can alleviate stress, ease apprehension, and even counter depression. So, why don't we consider the impact of mindfulness on our mental health? We learn to navigate through our thoughts and emotions, creating a space for healing and tranquility. Mindfulness isn't just a trend. It is a valuable instrument that underpins mental health. So, let us take a moment to embrace mindfulness and infuse our life with a greater sense of peace. May we take a step toward mindfulness and allow it to transform our minds, our life, and our world. Thank you for embracing this journey with me toward resilience and peace. Wishing each one of you a life with lasting fulfillment along the way.
Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. Good morning, respected judges, worthy audience, and fellow contestants. Today, I'd like to talk to you about something that has the power to change our lives, and that's mindfulness. It's a word we often hear these days, but do we truly understand its impact, especially on our mental health? In a world where we are constantly juggling deadlines and dealing with daily pressures, mindfulness serves as an anchor. It's a practice that brings us back to the present moment, inviting us to pause and observe our thoughts without any judgment. So why is the need of mindfulness is so important to our mental well-being? Science has shown that mindfulness has prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision making and emotional control. This balance helps us to navigate our emotions more effectively and respond to challenges calmly. By this, we can say that mindfulness not only reduces our mental health symptoms, but it also nurtures resilience. Imagine standing strong in the middle of the life storms, untouched by the whirlwinds of negative thoughts. That's the gift mindfulness gives us. It's a practice. The beauty of mindfulness is that it's accessible to everyone. You don't need any specific time investment or a particular location. Just a few minutes of mindful breathing or a short meditation can make a difference. Even now, as we are here together, we can take a pause, breathe deeply, observe our thoughts, and bring ourselves fully to the present. So let's pause, breathe, and be here now. Finally, I'd like to conclude my speech with a wonderful thought by John Davidson. Mindfulness means being awake. It means knowing what you are doing. I repeat my words, wonderful words by John Davidson. Mindfulness means being awake. It means knowing what you are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
R2 is not feeling well, so she will not perform. She will lunch.
Coming here requires great courage, so please give them a big round of applause. In silent spaces, shadows roam. A hidden war, we fight alone. A smile, a mask to hide a pain. Yet storms rage, unsteady rain. Invisible wounds, unseen battle. Behind closed doors, we rise unfolded. But hope the spark that lights the way, a quiet strength that helps us stay. Though heavy clouds may block the sun, this journey is walked by more than one. With open hearts, we'll share the load and find the light along this road.
We are about to witness a powerful skit that highlights an incredibly important topic, mental health. The performance will shed light on the challenges we face and the importance of taking care of our minds. Our mental health is just as important as our physical health. We live in a fast-paced world where the pressure of daily life, expectations, and challenges can take a toll on our well-being. But it's crucial that we make our mental health a priority. Mental health is not something to be ashamed of or ignore. It's a part of who we are. By focusing on our mental health, we become stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to face life challenges. So please welcome our students and cheer them and enjoy this wonderful performance. Please give a big round of applause.
निर्णायक मंडल के सदस्य, माननीय प्रधानाचार्य महोदय, आदरणीय शिक्षक वृंद एवं मेरे प्यारे, आज के इस दौर में हर समय हर कोई मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में बात करता है, पर ये मेंटल हेल्थ है क्या? देखिए, अगर आप बीमार हो जाते हैं तो आप डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, पढ़ाई में कोई दिक्कत हो तो अध्यापक के पास जाते हैं, कोई सर्जरी करानी हो तो सर्जन के पास जाते हैं, पर जब मानसिक रूप से ठीक नहीं होते तो एक दिमाग के डॉक्टर के पास जाने से क्यों कतराते हैं? देखिए, शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य से ज्यादा जरूरी है मानसिक रूप से स्वस्थ रहना। अगर आप मानसिक रूप से स्वस्थ नहीं रहेंगे तो आप एक बहुत गहरे मेंटल डिप्रेशन का शिकार बन सकते हैं। तो आइए इस लघु नाटिका के जरिए देखते हैं कि मेंटल हेल्थ कितनी जरूरी है। इस लघु नाटिका की मुख्य पात्र सौम्या, जो अपना मानसिक संतुलन खो चुकी है, पर उसने ये मानसिक संतुलन ऐसे ही नहीं खोया। इसके अंदर उसके पेरेंट्स, उसके टीचर्स, उसके फ्रेंड्स और इस पूरी सोसाइटी का हर एक सदस्य जिम्मेदार है। कैसे सौम्या की पॉजिटिव अंतरात्मा उसे हर वो काम करने के लिए कहती है जो वो करना चाहती है, और उसकी नेगेटिव
पागल हो गई है, इसे पागल खाना छोड़ाओ।
सौम्या बेटा की प्रॉब्लम क्या है? ना तो नंबर अच्छे लाती हो, ना कोई और काम ठीक से करती हो। अगर पूछो प्रॉब्लम क्या है तो बोलेगी आप नहीं समझोगे।
इतनी बड़ी हो गई है मगर समझदारी का नाम और निशान नहीं है। हर जगह हमारी नाक ही कटवाती रहती है। अरे ऐसे कब तक बोझ बनकर बैठी रहेगी? हे भगवान, इसे हमारे घर ही पैदा करना था क्या? इसका तो ध्यान ही नहीं है।
बेटा लूजर,
तेरी प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
वो हमेशा खुश नहीं रह सकती क्या?
हमेशा सड़ा हुआ मुंह बनाकर रहती है।
देवदास बनी रहती है।
एक बार संजय ने टेंशन सीकर।
ना तुम्हारे नंबर अच्छे आते हैं, ना कोई और काम ठीक से करती
हर
हो।
जगह हमारी नाक ही कटवाती रहती है।
लूजर,
नालायक,
डफर,
देवदास,
इडियट।
टेंशन
बस
सीकर।
चुप। क्या है ये सब सौम्या? कब तक चुप रहेगी तू? कब तक अपनी आवाज को दबा कर बैठी रहेगी? तुझे याद है सौम्या, तूने आखिरी बार खुद से बात कब करी थी? जब 5th क्लास में मैथ के टेस्ट में तूने फेल किया था और पापा ने तुझे थप्पड़ मारा था। उसके बाद से ना तूने कभी खुद से बात करी, ना कभी किसी और से बात करी, ना कभी किसी को समझाने की कोशिश करी। सौम्या, दुनिया के हिसाब से चलते चलते तू खुद को भूलती जा रही है।
अगर हमारे हिसाब से नहीं चलेगी तो फिर किसके हिसाब से चलेगी? अगर इस दुनिया में रहना है तो हमारे हिसाब से ही चलना होगा।
सौम्या, तू अपनी आइडेंटिटी भूलती जा रही है। तुझे याद है उस रोज जब टीचर ने तुझे कुछ समझाया था और तुझे समझ नहीं आया? तब क्या बोला था सौम्या तूने? अच्छा, तो ये नहीं याद? ये तो याद होगा जब समर वेकेशन में पापा ने तुझसे पूछा था कि सौम्या इस बार कौन सी क्लास में ज्वाइन करेगी? तब क्या बोला था सौम्या तूने? अच्छा, तो ये भी नहीं याद? ये तो याद होगा जब एक एक करके दोस्तों ने तुझसे पूछा था कि सौम्या आज रात को पार्टी में चलेगी? तब क्या बोला था सौम्या तूने? अब क्यों नहीं बोल रही कुछ? याद नहीं आ रहा? मैं याद दिलाती हूँ।
आइए अब देखते हैं कि कैसे सौम्या को याद आता है कि जब उसको टीचर का समझाया हुआ समझ में नहीं आया था और वह पूछने की भी हिम्मत नहीं कर पाई। आइए देखते हैं।
स्टूडेंट अंडरस्टूड?
यस मैम।
एंड सौम्या यू? सौम्या प्लीज कह दे सौम्या, मुझे समझ नहीं आया। हर बार की तरह अपनी आवाज को मत दबा सौम्या, तू बहुत पछताएगी। प्लीज कह दे सौम्या।
क्या सौम्या, इतना सा कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं समझ में आया? अच्छा एक काम करो, इसे यहाँ मत पूछो वरना टीचर भी हंसेंगे और स्टूडेंट्स भी। इसे तुम घर जाकर अपने आप ही सॉल्व कर लेना।
Yes, ma'am, I understood. आइए अब देखते हैं कि कैसे सौम्या को याद आता है कि जब वह अपनी पसंद अपने पेरेंट्स को भी नहीं बता पाई कि उसे क्या पसंद है। आइए देखते हैं।
सौम्या, क्या तुमने डिसाइड करा कि इस साल तुम्हें समर वेकेशन में कौन सी क्लासेस ज्वाइन करनी है?
सौम्या प्लीज कह दे तुझे पेंटिंग क्लास में ज्वाइन करना है। तू एक बार पापा को समझाएगी ना, वो समझ जाएंगे। फिर तू जी भरकर पेंटिंग कर सकती है सौम्या। प्लीज पेंटिंग कह दे सौम्या, प्लीज सौम्या।
पेंटिंग शेंटिंग में क्या रखा है? वैसे भी कौन सा हमारे देश में हर कोई पिकासो बन जाता है। रंगाई पुताई छोड़ो और फ्रेंच सीखो, फ्रेंच बहुत स्कोप है इसमें।
हाँ, मैं फ्रेंच करूंगी। आइए अब देखते हैं कि कैसे सौम्या ना चाहते हुए भी अपने फ्रेंड की बर्थडे पार्टी में जाने के लिए रेडी हो जाती है। आइए देखते हैं।
सौम्या, तू आज जा रही है ना बर्थडे पार्टी में? और देख प्लीज, पिछली बार की तरह बकवास मत करियो। मैं ना नहीं सुनने वाली। और ये देवदास बनना बंद कर।
सौम्या प्लीज कह दे सौम्या, तेरा मन नहीं है। प्लीज सौम्या, तेरी तो दोस्त है सौम्या, समझ जाएंगे सौम्या। प्लीज मना कर दे सौम्या।
क्या सौम्या? कैसी बेस्ट फ्रेंड हो तुम सौम्या? अपनी बेस्ट फ्रेंड की बर्थडे पार्टी में नहीं जाओगी? अच्छा एक काम करो, हर बार की तरह अपने कमरे के कोने में जाकर बैठ जाओ। कभी तो अपने शहर से बाहर निकलो यार।
कितने बजे आना है?
शाम 7 बजे।
याद आया सौम्या? याद आया तूने कैसे हर बार अपनी आवाज को दबाया है? प्लीज सौम्या, अब अपनी आवाज को मत दबा सौम्या। यू हैव टू स्पीक अप सौम्या। प्लीज अपनी आवाज को मत दबा सौम्या। प्लीज सौम्या, सौम्या यू हैव टू स्पीक अप सौम्या। प्लीज अपनी आवाज को मत दबा सौम्या। सौम्या प्लीज, सौम्या प्लीज अपनी आवाज को मत दबा सौम्या। सौम्या प्लीज सौम्या।
क्या ये समाज हर चीज में अपनी मनमानी चलाता रहेगा कि बच्चे आत्महत्या करने पर मजबूर कर दिए जाएं? कैसे सौम्या निराश होकर आत्महत्या करने पर मजबूर हो जाती है और कैसे वो अपने आप को संभालती है। आइए देखते हैं।
जीना है। जब मैं अपने हिसाब से ही नहीं जी सकती तो जी के क्या करूंगी? मुझे नहीं जीना है। क्या मैं एक मौके के लायक भी नहीं हूँ? एक मौके के भी नहीं? नहीं, मैं खुद को एक मौका जरूर दूंगी सौम्या। मैं खुद को एक मौका जरूर दूंगी। तुम्हें पता है सौम्या, मैंने हमेशा दूसरों को अपने ऊपर हावी होने दिया, हमेशा दूसरों को जीतने दिया, सिर्फ सोसाइटी की टर्म एंड कंडीशन में। तुम्हें पता है सौम्या, मैंने बहुत आवाज दबाई है, बहुत आवाजें दबा दबा कर खुद को मार ही डाला। पर मैं हमेशा ऐसी नहीं थी सौम्या। मैंने शुरू में बहुत कोशिश की, किसी को बता सकूं, समझा सकूं कैसा फील होता है, पर कोई नहीं समझा सौम्या, कोई नहीं। तुम्हें पता है सौम्या, मम्मी ने बस एक बार पूछा, बेटा सौम्या क्या बात है? मैं वहां बैठकर अपनी सारी फीलिंग्स को समेटकर मम्मी को समझाने की कोशिश कर रही थी। मैंने कोशिश की कि मैं खुद भी उन्हें समझूं, ताकि मैं मम्मी को एक्सप्लेन कर पाऊं कि कैसा फील होता है। डर लगता है, अजीब लगता है, हर छोटी से छोटी बात में घबराहट होती है। पर जब तक मैं मम्मी को ये सब कुछ बोल पाती, तब तक मम्मी बेवकूफ लड़की बोलकर चली गई और कभी नहीं पूछा कि मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है सौम्या, कभी नहीं। I gave up सौम्या, I gave up। तुम्हें पता है सौम्या, लोग कहते हैं पढ़ाई में कोई दिक्कत हो तो ट्यूशन जाओ, चोट लग जाए तो हॉस्पिटल जाओ, पर कोई ये क्यों नहीं बताता जब खुद को ही समझ ना हो रहा तो कहाँ जाए? क्यों नहीं बताता सौम्या, क्यों नहीं? मैं बहुत परेशान हूँ सौम्या, बहुत परेशान। तुम्हें पता है सौम्या, मुझे ना बस एक चीज खुशी देती है, वो है पेंटिंग। हाँ, मुझे पेंटिंग करना बहुत पसंद है। मैंने सोचा हुआ था कि मैं इस पूरे रूम को पेंट करूंगी। ये सीलिंग मेरा आसमान बनेगी, उस खिड़की के पास सूरज निकलेगा, उस खिड़की के पास एक बहुत बड़ा पेड़ होगा जिसमें चिड़िया चहचहा रही होगी। हाँ, मैं इसमें मम्मी को बोल के रहूंगी। हाँ, एक यही तो चीज है जो मुझे खुशी देती है। हाँ, मैं इसमें बोल कर रहूंगी। हाँ, मैं अपने सपनों में एक नया रंग भरूंगी, अपनी जिंदगी अपनी ख्वाहिशों के अनुसार जीऊंगी।
सकारात्मक सोच रखकर सभी परेशानियों को करें निदान, जीवन होगा खुशहाल अगर मानसिक स्वास्थ्य का भी रखें ध्यान। धन्यवाद।